Please do a video on how to check compression. Okay, sharp. There's actually 3 ways of checking compression. There's the experience way, there's the professional way, and there's the unprofessional way. I don't know if you understand. But with experience, you can just crank the car and you'll hear that this car is lacking compression. And with the professional way, there are tools that you need to use. There's a compression testing tool that goes around 80 rand or 50 rand somewhere there, but it's having bigger thread, so it's for normally those normal threads, or like your VW CLPs, your I think many cars, most VWs, they use that bigger threads. And there's a compression testing tool that goes for around 500 or 400. That one is having different thread sizes. You know, most the spark plug threads are not the same. The thread sizes are not the same. So like this one, the i20, Hyundai i20, is having those small threads like your Kias and BMWs. Those small threads, I'll show you. I will actually do the compression test on this one. And the unprofessional way, I won't mention that one. I don't want you to do unprofessional things. So right now, let me show you how to do a compression test using tools. Right, here's the compression tool that I was talking about, the one that goes around 100 rand or 8, somewhere there. So you see it's having the bigger thread. So this bigger thread is for mostly, no, not this one. So it's only having 2 adjustable threads. So the first one is this bigger one, I think for those spark plugs that use a 21 socket. And there's this one, the normal one. So this one is for this one. So it doesn't have a thread size for this one. So that's why you must have this one, this two. So here we are going to use this one. You see, we are going to use this one for the compression test on the i20. So all you have to do is take this one, then put this thread here, then screw it inside where you put the spark plugs. Then this side you plug it here, just like when you plug a compressor. So I'm gonna show you now how to read the compression. So this is what happens. You first have to remove the coil pack, then you remove the spark plug using the preferred socket or required socket. Then after removing the socket, the spark plug, you put in this one, then you fasten. Remember, you're still going to connect this gauge on top. To connect this gauge on this hose, you have to at least press this coupling so that it can release the inner part. Then this, you have to insert this. Sorry for my English, I'm not from England. Just like I always say, I'm not a master in this thing. I'm not Jesus also. So now the coupling is connected and the gauge is here. So remember, I remove the spark plug here. We don't want any unnecessary spark. So now we are going to crank the car at least 5 seconds. Each and every cylinder we crank for 5 seconds. We want to see if that 5 seconds we will get the same compression readings. So now I'm going to crank the car for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to check the compression readings. You see the readings? It's about it's below 100. Normally we must get 125 to 175 bars or psi, whatever you may call them. So this one is lacking compression, that's why it's not starting. I'm actually diagnosing this car with you because it's the first time I'm diagnosing it, but I heard with the cranking that there's no compression. So let's check cylinder number 2. Remember, if you crank cylinder 1 for 5 seconds and you get this 75 bars, meaning on cylinder number 2 you must also crank for 5 seconds to see if you are going to get the same readings on all the cylinders. So let's crank for cylinder number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, so we are getting around 25 bars. So meaning cylinder number 2 is worse from cylinder number 1. So you reset, then it's on 0. We are going for cylinder number 3 now. Okay, let's crank for cylinder number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So cylinder number 3 is almost equivalent to cylinder number 2. They're almost the same. So we are below 25. Remember, cylinder number 2, I think it's on 25 bar. So this one is below 25. So this one is worse. Reset. Right, let's crank for cylinder number 4, the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go check it out. So you see, cylinder number 4 is better, but not better than cylinder number 1. So we've got 50 bars. So you see we have a compression issue here. So now that we found out that our issue here on the Hyundai i20 is compression issue, now we must find out what causes that compression issue. It's either the top gasket, valve leaks, bad timing, or piston rings. So to check if it's the piston rings, we can fill up oil inside the cylinders one by one, do a compression test again. Then if the compression increases, it means we have bad piston rings. Then with the timing, we can just reconfirm the timing. We check the timing marks and we check if it's in timing, or we check if the camshafts are still fine or everything is still fine with regard to timing. Then with regard to the top gasket, if it's the top gasket,